Dad promised to take me with him because he knew my mom was mentally ill. I still think about that summer when I was 10, the one where everything flipped upside down. My name's Emily. By the way, nothing fancy, just a kid from a small town who thought life was about to get better. My parents have been fighting nonstop for years, the kind of yelling that echoes through thin walls and makes you hide under the covers. Dad, Robert, was this quiet guy who worked construction, always coming home with grease on his hands and that tired look in his eyes. Mom, Susan was, well, she was a lot. Unpredictable, like a storm you couldn't see coming. I knew they weren't right for each other, so when Dad started talking about moving 6 hours away to live with my grandparents, I wasn't even sad. If anything, I was relieved. No more slammed doors at 2 a.m. No more plates shattering in the sink. But here's the part that guts me every time. He promised he'd take me with him. For months leading up to it, he'd pull me aside after dinner, when Mom was chain smoking in the living room, and whisper about how great it'd be. You'll have your own room in Grandma and Grandpa's basement, he'd say, ruffling my hair. Schools are right down the street, and we can get you that bike you've been eyeing. Your mom's. She's not good for you, Em. I won't leave you here. I packed a duffel bag early, stuffed it with my favorite stuffed bear, a couple changes of clothes, my sketchbook. I was buzzing with excitement, counting down the days like it was Christmas. He knew what she was like. He'd seen the bruises on my arm from when she grabbed me too hard during one of her rages, heard her screaming threats just to make him stay. Hell, she'd even admitted, once, half drunk, that she'd gotten pregnant with me on purpose to trap him. He wasn't going anywhere with a baby on the way, she'd slurred, like it was a joke. Packing day came, and I was ready by. The door at dawn, bag slung over my shoulder, heart pounding. Dad loaded up the truck, boxes of tools, his old recliner, a few pictures of us three from better days. He hugged me quick, muttered something about soon, and drove off. Just like that. No goodbye wave, no last look. I stood there on the porch until the taillights faded, then went back inside where Mom was already, cracking open a beer. Good riddance, she said, not even glancing up from the TV. I didn't cry right away. I waited until bedtime, then sobbed into my pillow until my throat hurt. Those next 2 years, they were hell, straight up. I was 10 going on forgotten. Mom worked odd shifts at the diner, but half the time, she blew her checks on lottery tickets or whatever else kept her numb. Food was a joke. Cereal for dinner if we were lucky, or ramen packets stretched with water. I'd scrounge change from couch cushions to buy bread from the corner store, hiding under my bed so she wouldn't eat it all at once. The house turned into a dump. Pizza boxes piled in the corners, cigarette butts ground into the carpet. And the parties? God, the co-parties. She'd invite her sketchy friends over, bass thumping from some guy's car stereo outside, and I'd bolt out the back door the second I heard the first knock. I'd crash at my friend Mia's place down the street, making up stories about sleepovers until her mom caught on and started leaving the door unlocked for me. You don't have to lie, sweetie, she'd say, slipping me a sandwich. But I did, because what was I gonna say? That my own mom scared me more than the dark. Dad called every couple weeks like clockwork. He'd ask how school was, if I was eating okay. I'd lie through my teeth. Yeah, Dad, everything's fine. Because what else could I do? He'd visit sometimes, driving up on a Saturday with a bag of McDonald's or a new pair of sneakers. He'd walk in, see the trash bags overflowing, the fridge with nothing but ketchup packets and a half-empty milk jug, and his face would go tight. But he never said a word about it, never grabbed my bag and said, "We're out." Instead, he'd hug Mom awkward-like, help her with some fake chore, and pull me onto the porch for a talk. "Be strong for me, Em," he'd say, eyes on the ground. "Look after your mom. She's going through a rough patch. Make her happy, okay? It'll all work out. Look after her." I was 11, for Christ's sake, sneaking food from neighbors and dodging her when she got that wild look in her eye. Who tells their kid that? I nod, stuff down the guilt, and watch him drive away again, his truck kicking up gravel like it was nothing. It all boiled over that Easter. I don't even remember what set her off.